Sticking with our ability to format the characters of your text, we need to look at a few means of making a word stand out. Now you could make it bigger or a different typeface, but that could make it look odd. All we want to do is when someone's reading is make the word stand off the page slightly. Now that can be achieved by changing the word, for example database here, to either bold, italic or underlined. When you highlight the word, up pops your little font box, and look at that, there's our three sort of standout options. Bold makes the text fatter, turn bold off. Italic makes it slant slightly, turn italic off. And underlining, well logically, underlines it. Now any one of those three options are fairly common uses for highlighting a word in your text, or even a sentence in your text, just to grab somebody's attention. Not so commonly, people would apply all three, but you can apply all three. So this word database is bold, italic and underlined. Sometimes you might mix two, bold and italic, or you might mix italic and underlined. But to have all three on is just a little bit overkill, but it does make the word stand out, obviously. Now these BIU, bold, italic and underline, are accessed from this shortcut formatting pop-up bar, but also from the main home ribbon, bold, italic and underline. And they are simply on-off toggle switches that affect the highlighted text. So in this case, our single word, bold, italic, underline. Now, all three of those are also accessible through very easy to remember keyboard shortcuts. Logically, for bold, it's B. So Control B makes our database word bold. Control B turns that boldness off. Control I makes it italic. Control I turns the italics off. And logically, I'm sure you can guess, it's Control U for underline and Control U turns it off. So they are on-off keyboard shortcuts just as the icons are on-off, BIU, BIU on the shortcut pop-up bar. Now the underline does have some slight options. You can see here it doesn't, it's just underline or not underline. But at the top here it has a little drop-down arrow so you can actually choose the type of underlining. So we've got a wiggly, 2 dots and a dash, that's a dot and a dash, dashes, dots, solid, double line, and then the single default line. Notice again, just like the typeface, as you move through, it previews on the document for you. You can even change the underlining colour to another colour. But the default is a black underline, and that's what you would get if you use the keyboard shortcut. So if you want to go with one of the others, you're in the mouse and in the menu, a purple dot dash purple. I'm not so keen. Turn it off. So that's bold, italic and underline. Control B, Control I, Control U will affect the highlighted text, which may even be a whole paragraph should you need it to be. You can make the whole paragraph bold to make it stand off. That's the whole point of either of these three options, is it makes the text stand away from the page slightly to grab somebody's attention. Bold makes the font a bit fatter, like you've used a thicker pen. Turn the bold off. Italic makes it slant slightly, like you've been scrawling. Turn italics off. And U simply puts a solid black line underneath the highlighted text. Notice that even when we've highlighted the paragraph and it highlights the space at the end, the underlining doesn't underline the space at the end. It just goes to the full stop. So Control B, Control I, Control U.